Hey, we're live. We're live. We're live. There we go. We're back.
Hi, everybody. We are back. I hope everybody is excited for this as we are to get back into it. Have not been live for a bit, and so I'm going to steal this before you drink out of it.
Yeah, please.
Um, so we are super excited to be back and doing this, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, we'll be able to get back into somewhat of a routine, talking about things because I got to looking. We haven't done a live since April 28th.
Oh wow. Gee whiz.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
we're overdue.
yes,
Definitely
we
overdue.
definitely just needed to uh, catch up, take a breath, do some things, get caught up on some stuff. But we
Yeah.
are so glad that there's so much going on too that we're able to do this. Hi, Jen. Thanks for joining us over there on YouTube. That's awesome. But yeah, so a couple things. We just kind of wanted to do a little bit of an update on what's been happening with us, talk a little bit about what's been going on, and then we're going to dive right into theme parks tonight because, oh my goodness, there is so much going on.
Totally.
Don't want to take up a ton of your time, but this evening will probably be a little bit longer than what I'm wanting to do, only because there is so much that we need to discuss and talk about.
Yeah.
So it's going to take us a little bit longer.
Yeah. Well, let's dive right into it. So with our personal life, we completely remodeled the whole house.
We
So
did.
everything is totally different in here. We got new things.
Mom's in the house.
Hey, there she's at.
Scott doesn't have his reading glasses on at the moment, so I will be.
Got him right here.
I will be kind of shouting out any comments that we get.
Yeah. But yeah, we've done all that. Nick actually graduated from kindergarten. He's done with that, so we're very proud of him for that.
Mm-hmm.
Noah,
We both survived.
Yeah, Noah is actually starting back up school in a few weeks.
Not until October.
October. Well, that's a few weeks away. It still
feels like that. Hi, Becky.
Hey, Becky.
Oh my gosh, you said she missed us.
Yeah.
Yay.
Good to see you back on there, Beck. Glad to be back too. Anyway, yeah, a lot of things have been going on. JT's actually coming back home. He'll be here probably about 4 weeks, 3 weeks,
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So middle of August, he's going to be moving back home. So we'll be a family of 5 again, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah,
and
scary. But
yeah, at the end of the day, it's something that we never did officially announce, but we had plans that we were going to move to Florida, and just because of things being so volatile and different, and things happening the way that they did, we decided that we were going to just stay in Pittsburgh a little while longer. And glad that we did, because we're able to be here for our kids as they navigate this thing called life.
Dad's on YouTube.
Dad's in the house. I like it.
Yeah.
So.
So does it kind of suck that we're not down in Florida? Yeah, but hey, sometimes you got to stay here and help your family out a little bit and everything. So we're glad we're still here.
And it doesn't mean that we won't eventually. It's just not right now.
Yeah, just not right now. So let's talk about a couple of things. One thing that we do have going on here in September, at the end of September, beginning of October.
Yes.
Megan and I will be jumping on the beautiful brand new Utopia of the Sea.
I'm so excited, guys. You have no idea.
I cannot wait to get on this ship. This will be Nick's very first cruise ever.
Yes.
So we're very excited to see how Nick will react with everything going on.
Yes.
With the big crowds and stuff like that, especially with him being autistic. We want to make sure how he handles doing this kind of stuff, and being able to see where we can take him so he can decompress and enjoy some time on the ship with us.
Yes. Hello, or Christopher. He said hello, my parents on Facebook. So I'm enjoying these shout outs. Keep them coming. But yeah, so I'm super excited about it. It's actually Scott's first time ever sailing on a Royal Caribbean ship. He got to go on to, he did really good in my airport tour. Yes, he did do very good in Jen's airport tour. I was very proud of him until the very end. But
hey, easy now.
But yeah, bet you don't know where we are. Somewhere in North Carolina, Christopher. But we're very, very excited about being able to do this Utopia of the Seas. I mean, she literally just started sailing. I think her inaugural sailing was last week.
Yeah.
So she's brand new. It's really great because she's basically considered a mega ship, and she's doing 3 and 4 night sailings out of Port Canaveral. So if you and it's the first big ship that's really doing these shorter term turnarounds and stuff rather than doing these 7-night itineraries. So I'm super excited to be able to check that out, see what it's like, make sure that Nick's okay so that we can start doing the longer sailings and such. But just in general, just like super excited to be able to do this and be able to share it with all of you. I mean, I've got so many different video ideas already. So very excited. Christopher says he's a little further northeast. I think I see the White House. Okay, well, I'm glad that you guys are enjoying your weekend.
Nice.
Have a great time. We actually talked about going to DC last weekend, but we ended up going to Columbus instead.
Yeah. And you guys will see that video coming up soon because Megan's working on editing that this week and putting that up. But back to the Utopia of the Sea. Now, the sister ship is actually the Wonder of the Sea, which Megan and I had the opportunity to go tour that. And if you guys have not seen that video yet, it is actually up on YouTube, and you can watch it.
It's a very popular video, actually.
Very popular
so check
video.
It out.
And if you kind of want to see what the Utopia looks like, there you go. Yeah. It's almost a mirror sister ship. So,
couple things are in a couple different places. They swapped out some restaurants and stuff, but gives you a good idea of what it'll look like.
Yeah. So guys, I'm telling you right now, I cannot wait until we get on this ship. It is going to be so much fun, and we're going to be bringing you guys along with us. You guys are going to get to see the videos and stuff. We're going to do an embarkation day. We're going to go to 2 different ports. So we're going to go to NASA, and then
perfect day at Coco Key.
Thank you. And I cannot wait because I think we might be going to swim with the pigs.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, because Nick has been yelling he wants to go to Piggy Island. Piggy Island.
Yes, he's been, and that's an Angry Birds reference.
Yes.
But you know me, I will take any opportunity to do something that I want to do. And the kid said he wanted to do it.
Yeah, he wants to go to Piggy Island. So we're going to take him to Piggy Island.
So we're going to go see the pigs. And honestly, and this is something that you'll get to see, so spoiler, he did so well when we were at the Columbus Zoo last weekend feeding the giraffes.
Oh, wow.
And he just absolutely loved it. He did so well. He wasn't afraid at all. So that made me feel a lot better about, okay, maybe we should go ahead and spend the money on this particular excursion to then go and check out the pigs because he does really enjoy the pigs whenever we go to petting zoos and things.
Yeah, he does. So. Yeah. But and another thing too, guys, if you don't want to just watch the video, you want to go along with this, you're more than welcome to join us too. All you got to do is just get a hold of Megan right here. She'll set you up with the times and dates. There are a few cabins that are still available. Yep. Believe it or not, the Ocean View balcony cabins that they have are a little bit cheaper than the ones that they have overlooking Boardwalk and Central Park. Yeah. So I thought that was really interesting. And I'm just like, oh man, I thought it was absolutely amazing. And for just a little bit more, I think it ended up costing us about $60 more overall. We got in, I think they called it an extended balcony. So our balcony is actually wider than some of the others. So we'll have that much more floor space out there, which I think is so great because I know that we're going to end up spending a lot of time out there. It'll be really great for Nick to be able to kind of lay out on the floor and play with his toys and things like that as he likes to do out on the balcony. Now, another thing, too, if you guys are not so leery about looking over the ocean when you're on a cruise ship, the great thing is you do have the opportunity to have those inside balconies overlooking Central Park or the boardwalk and stuff like that. So that way you're not actually seeing the ocean constantly and reminding you that, motion sickness. So, yes, there is ways to get you around that. And we do know tips and tricks and suggestions on how to do that too.
Few ideas.
Yeah, we've been there, done that. So
exactly.
But we would love if you guys would join us if you want to. Definitely, like I said, get a hold of Megan. She will definitely hook you up with the dates and times and where you need to be.
Yes. So. And if cruising is just not something that you want to do, but you want to go on a vacation with us, Plum Crazy Adventurers, let us know because after we are done with our cruise, we're not done.
No, we're not.
We're going to get to spend the Halloween season. It's not on Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
The Halloween season at the most magical place on earth
Yes,
is Walt Disney World Resort. And I'm so excited because we get to take Nick for his very first Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party.
Yep. He gets to go trick-or-treating at the Magic Kingdom.
I'm so excited.
So I'm very excited to show him that and for him to experience that firsthand. So,
and if that's something that you guys want to do with your kids, definitely let us know. We've done it before Nick was born, so we've got a good idea on how things work and the logistics of it. So if you have a neurospicy kid also, definitely let me know, because I've got some tips and tricks, and I've been reading up and figuring out things because all of us are different. It's even more so when you get into the whole neurospicy thing. So I've learned a lot of things that work for my kid, and a lot of things that didn't, but might work great for yours.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited that we're getting to do that with Nick, and I would absolutely love it if we had some people that went with us, and he can kind of share in that joy of going to the Disney parks.
Yeah. So
and get prepared for Epcot, because that's his favorite.
Yeah, I don't understand.
The only 7-year-old I know that his favorite park now is Epcot. It used to be Animal Kingdom.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think he would sneeze at any of them. He'd be like, "No, get me in there. I don't care."
But he'll go anytime. So
you ask him, "Where do you want to go today?" Epcot.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Or Zoo Tampa. So, but anyway, so speaking,
he's not spoiled at all.
No, not that kid. Not at all. So speaking of actually the Halloween season, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is going to be starting.
Yes.
What,
in
2 weeks? 2 weeks.
2.5 weeks, yeah. So it actually starts on August 9th. That is the earliest starting that we have had of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. I believe August 9th is sold out, by the way. It tends to be the very first one that sells out. And it goes all the way through October 31st. So if this is something that you guys are interested in or you're thinking about doing with your family, definitely let me know. I can pull up the calendars, make sure that there's availability for the dates that you're looking at before we book anything, and we can get you there. But a couple of reasons why you might want to consider doing Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is they're revamping a few things, and I'm really, really excited about some of them. For instance, Mickey and Minnie are getting brand new costumes this year. So
have you seen them? Oh my God, they're beautiful.
I'm so excited. You're also going to get to be able to see more villains. So if you are really into villain characters, this is a really great opportunity for you to be able to go meet and greet with a lot of them. We've seen Jafar in the past. Let me think of some other villains. Ursula is another one that has been there in the past, a few others. But this year, what's really exciting is Bruno is going to be meeting everybody over where Mirabelle meets them. And Mirabelle's actually going to be with her uncle, and they're going to do a meet and greet for the first time ever here on the East Coast. So I'm super excited about that.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Yes. So, but I'm very, very excited. They're also going to be doing a Descend Dance party. The Descendants is a very big popular thing and stuff with teens and tweens. They're doing a dance party for that over in the Tomorrowland area. Those are always a ton of fun. And then the Boo to You parade, which is the best parade I have ever seen anywhere. Fight me, I don't care. I love the Boo to You parade.
Yeah, and the music. Oh my gosh, the music to it. You hear it, just a little bit of it. Boy, it just takes you right back to that parade.
Yes, it's incredible. That is the one parade that I'm like, no, you can't just watch it partway through. No, you have to stake out your spot. You have to know exactly where you're going to be, because you do not want to miss that Headless Horseman. It's just starts it off and it's just perfect. But the reason why I'm super excited is they're actually starting it at 8:15 p.m. So it's going to be kind of a dusk hour instead of like full on spooky and stuff. But it's really great if you have little ones and you're wanting to do the Halloween party, but you don't want to totally screw up their sleep schedule for the rest of your vacation. You can push it back an hour or so rather than and do the Boo to You parade. Okay, now it's time for us to go. And I just think that that's a really great opportunity for the kids. And I'm glad that that is something that Disney has decided to do. So other Disney news, because I'm I'm excited to be back on here. Can't you tell? The drone show at Disney Springs. This is something I wanted to talk about because I want to really get it. Like, I hope people just blow up on how much they are enjoying it so that they keep it, because it's only supposed to go through until September 2nd. And I'm telling you what, I want to see a Halloween themed one. I want to see Christmas. I want to see a regular one that they're doing, like the one they're doing now with the characters and flying. I just think it's amazing.
I got a feeling it's not the end of it. I really do. What I think they're going to do is I think it will be the end of that show. And they'll be
maybe
starting
until next summer.
No. I almost bet you anything they'll have something for Christmas. Either Halloween, maybe Christmas. They'll do something to create a show, kind of like, I mean, they can change up a drone show real easy. All they have to do is program it into the computer, you know?
Right.
So, and
they have 800 drones to work with.
Yeah.
I don't know if you realize they have that many.
Yeah.
There's 800 of them.
A lot of drones.
Right?
I wouldn't want to be underneath those things.
Yes, probably sounds like a very, very nasty nest of hornets. But anyway, I am super excited about it. What I have seen, it is beautiful. Mike Snyder even said it was a very cool show. I hope that this is something that they're going to continue to do. And it would be really cool if they start integrating this a little bit into the theme parks as well. I think that it would have a really great place in the Fantasmic show at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that one would be a really great place to add it in. Might be a little bit harder at World Showcase just because of how it's a 360 circle vision kind of deal. But over at Magic Kingdom, Cinderella's Castle, that might be an option, depending on how the pyrotechnics work.
They've already done it over in over in Paris. Mm-hmm. They've done it over there, and they've actually showed where the Good Witch is casting a spell on top of the castle, and then the castle's fireworks lights up red or green or whatever. It's pretty neat, you know.
It's really cool. L-Man said, "Do you know Aero 244 cars?" No, I do not. So, but anyway, we're super excited about the drone show. We hope that they keep doing something with it. And then I also wanted to talk about Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Yes,
let me tell you.
The animatronics. Wow. Like, I cannot believe the difference in the animatronics that they have out right now.
Finally don't have the scary faces anymore.
Yeah.
That's my one complaint about the Frozen ride. I'm like, really? Like, this is what you like? It's creepy. I'm super, super excited that we've got these amazing animatronics. I think they did really good with the story. And actually, did you hear what the actual story of Tiana's Bayou Adventure is?
No, I have not.
Okay. So, and it's hilarious to me. The whole thing is set up. Tiana is putting on this big Mardi Gras thing at her restaurant, okay? Because it's right in the middle of Mardi Gras. Mm-hmm. Prince Naveen, the one thing that he was told to do and to make sure he had ready to go was to book the band. Guess what Prince Naveen forgot to do? And because it's Mardi Gras, all of the bands are completely booked up. And there's nobody to be able to get. So Tiana says, "Don't worry, Louis and I are going to take care of it. Like, you just go do you, Naveen. I'm going to go take care of the one thing that you were supposed to do. I'm doing all the cooking. I'm doing all of this, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this too." So they're going into the bayou so that they can find some of Louis's friends, hopefully, that will be the band for them at their big Mardi Gras celebration at the restaurant.
Nice.
And that's where you end up seeing Louis several times. And I don't want to give too much away, but there's 3 different bands that they find. And they kind of all come together. And it's just a really, really cool experience and story. And at one point, Mama Odie, being her cantankerous self, I don't know if she gets frustrated with you or if it's more of a, oh, well, let me help you, but I'm going to make you the size of a frog too. And that's something that sometimes the audio hasn't been exactly clear. And so you don't realize right away that that's what's happening. Okay. But yeah, at one point you become the size of a frog. Nice. And that is why everything looks so huge.
Nice.
Because you're itty bitty. Gotta love that Disney magic.
Yep.
So this actually just opened on June 28th. So it's only been open for a few weeks. They were doing cast member previews and testing and AP testing and stuff. So very, very exciting that it is now officially for anybody. You can it is part of your regular Lightning Lane, which is something that I'm just rest in peace on July 24th. We're changing it up again. But it is something that was on the regular Lightning Lane, or you had to get a virtual queue for. Hopefully they won't be doing the virtual queue for very long, because as of right now, virtual queues are for Tron Light Cycle Run, that's in Magic Kingdom, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which is in Magic Kingdom, and Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, which is over in Epcot. Those are the 3 places that you have to get a virtual queue. So I'm hoping that they knock that out. Honestly, I would like for the virtual queues to be gone from all of them. I would rather stand in a 4-hour line rather than biting my nails at 7 a.m. or 1 p.m. going, oh my gosh, am I going to get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then you get it, like we've done it a few times with Cosmic Rewind, where we'll get it at the 1 p.m. slot, and then it's okay. It says that you have a 344-minute wait. And then all of a sudden, like an hour later, it's like, hey, your ride time's available. And it's a little bit frustrating because it's like, oh my gosh, like it's harder to plan.
Right.
I would rather just go, okay, we're going to stand in this line, and whenever we're done, then we're going to go eat.
Yeah.
So, but I digress. I'm getting a little too all over the place. So, did you want to talk about the Country Bear Jamboree?
I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but they revamped the Country Bear Jamboree. What was that?
I think that was you.
Was that me?
That was your belt.
Oh, sorry guys. I have a back belt on, and
it's beeping at him.
Yeah,
it's scaring
at me.
him.
I'm like, what the heck? It's brand new, and I've been testing it out. Anyway, so sorry. Back to the Bears.
The Country Bear Jamboree.
Thank you. I totally lost my train of thought.
So it just reopened July 17th, and they have done a complete revamp, and it's amazing.
Yeah. So I've actually seen some of the songs and stuff that they did, and got to listen to it a lot, when people recorded it and posted it up on Facebook and everything like that. And it's funny. But the one that I loved the most was one of the animatronics, the big drunken bear. He was up there and he was singing and he was starting to play his fiddle. And all of a sudden he stops, and then smoke starts coming out, which a lot of people thought that the bear was on fire, but he wasn't. In the show, he plays the fiddle so fast that the fiddle starts to smoke, and that's where the smoke was coming from. So that part of the show was still working, but the animatronic in itself stopped, but the smoke still came out. So everybody was confused, and they thought that the bear was on fire, and they started to evacuate the building because they thought it was on fire, but he wasn't. It was just part of the show.
Error. Yeah.
So
liver lips. That's what Deb said.
Liver lips. Yeah.
So I actually am very excited about this upgrade. They've completely changed out different costumes and things, and they've basically countryfied a lot of Disney songs, and I think it's really cool to listen to some of like my favorites from when I was growing up as a kid and hearing them in a different way. So definitely next time we go, we're going to sit down and we're going to watch it, whether Nick wants to or not. He's not into sitting in theaters and watching stuff, but he will do it for his mummy, whether he realizes it or not. But.
So it's going to be a great show. I can't wait to see it live again. I remember the old shows and stuff, and Mom and Dad taking me to see that, and now being able to see this new revamped show is going to be great.
Yes,
so.
I'm looking forward to it. So one update I wanted to pop in here really quickly is the Pop Century Resort. Not you. That is who has changed, is what she said.
Oh, okay.
Pop Century Resort is going through a refurbishment. The food court area is actually going to be closing next week. Yes, July 29th, and it's going to be closed through the end of September. So if you are going to be needing food, they're doing mobile order only. You're not able to go in and eat. You can also go over the bridge that connects Pop Century and Art of Animation, and you can check out their quick service dining hall as well. But just as a heads up for everybody, and I always like being able to anybody that's thinking about going on a vacation, and I'm like, okay, well, you don't want to go here because the pool's closed,
right?
Or this or that and stuff. So just a heads up. Now, talked a little bit about Halloween. So excited that we're going to be at Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas stuff, believe it or not. We're on the countdown. We're on that downward spiral into Christmas.
Yep.
They have already announced dates and they have tickets available, which is crazy. The first one being Jollywood Nights is returning to Hollywood Studios. They have completely revamped some things. There's a couple things that are going to be different. So I think it's going to go off a lot more smoothly than it did last year.
Mm-hmm.
And those dates are from November 9th through December 21st. And the one thing that I saw that I thought was really interesting is they're going to have a traditional ice skating show with Olympian ice skaters there to perform for you.
That's
and
awesome.
I think that is so cool. That is one thing I've always been very intrigued by is
That's
ice
awesome.
skating. Another thing is they're going to have over 20 unique rare characters that you're going to see. Probably the number one in my brain is going to be Santa Stitch. Like, I want to see my Santa Stitch.
Yeah.
Like, that is worth the price of admission right there. So if that's something that you're thinking about, definitely let me know. I can let you know what party dates or Jollywood night dates are available so that we can get you in. They do have a much smaller running of those. And so it's a higher demand because they don't have it running nearly as much as Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, which is also available, and I can get you tickets for. That one is actually going to be running from November 8th through December 20th. So, but I think they run it like 2 nights extra a week or something. So, but yeah, very, very excited about the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. And rest assured, you're going to be able to get your free cookies and hot cocoa.
That's so good.
Yes.
And remember, I don't know which one's better.
That was the first place we had eggnog.
Yeah, it was. So, I don't know which one's better, having the Christmas stuff or getting all the free candy for Halloween.
I would say that the Halloween party edges out the Christmas party only because I love the parade so much.
Yeah.
So.
But you also, during the Christmas one,
miss these lives. Happy Pony Week. Haha. Hi, Ricky. Oh my gosh, it is Pony Week.
Oh man, I completely
forget about that.
Yeah, it's pony pinning.
Oh, so for those of you that don't know what Ricky's talking about, Pony Pinning Week is something that they do in Chickatee Island, Virginia, every single year. Yep. They bring the ponies over from Assateague Island. They swim them across the channel like they've done 100 plus years now. And
next year will be 100.
Next year's 100. Okay. Mm-hmm. They swim them across the channel, and then they have an auction for the foals and stuff for that year, and then they swim them back. Yeah. So it's a big production, very lot of tradition, and very, very cool experience.
Now the auction actually goes to the upkeep.
Yes.
For the ponies and the horses and stuff over there, and also goes to the local fire department and the police department there to help maintain good equipment and stuff, just in case of fires and stuff on the islands. Equipment for people just in case they need evacuation because of hurricanes, flooding and stuff like that. So. Yes.
And this is for the Virginia herds because the Virginia herds on Assateague Island are the ones that are owned by the fire department of Chickatee. Yep. The ones on the Maryland side, there's a couple of bands of horses there as well. Those are owned by the National Refuge or whatever that's in Maryland. So.
Yep.
But I could totally go down a rabbit hole on that one with you.
Oh, yeah, you could. Well, let's get back to what we're talking about.
All right. So Epcot is, of course, bringing back its international Festival of the Holidays. So very, very excited. It's November 29th through December 30th. They're bringing back the Candlelight Processional. As well as several other things that they do every single year. You're going to have the different Santas and the stories and stuff throughout the World Showcase. So very excited to see that. They're also bringing back the Merry Menagerie and Animal Kingdom. And let me tell you, I want to go and see these puppets. I think they are so cool and beautiful. And someday we will get there and we will see them.
Yep.
There's also going to be the Yuletide projection show on the Hollywood Tower Hotel over in Hollywood Studios.
Yep.
And they're doing the Frozen Holiday Surprise again this year at Cinderella Castle. So you'll get to see Anna and Elsa and Olaf and Kristoff and the Snow Geese all doing their show up at Cinderella Castle. And then the last thing I want to talk about with Disney for tonight, because trust me, I could probably keep talking about it all night.
Oh, you could.
I wanted to take a few minutes and talk about the brand new cabins at Fort Wilderness Resort. They have officially announced them. They're something.
Yeah, they are. They're not like the old ones. Nothing like them.
No.
But they are something. I would have loved to have been able to have the money to buy one of those older cabins.
I know, right?
Could you imagine that? Oh, that'd been so cool.
So you're going to be able to start staying in these cabins as of September 27th. These brand new cabins. Now, they're still going to sleep 6. They have a very open floor concept with sliding glass door to try to integrate your indoor and outdoor spaces. You're still going to have your private parking spot. You're still going to have the deck and the little charcoal barbecue available. There is in the bathroom 2 sinks to kind of make it a little bit easier. They still have the bed with the 2 bunk beds next to it, which I think that was my one complaint I thought was a little bit weird, was that the one bedroom slept 5 people in that one teeny tiny bedroom. I'm surprised that they didn't separate it out and make it like a little 2-bedroom getaway something, but it's set up very similarly. So I kind of want to reserve judgment until I get some better looks at it, but my first is okay. They're not very pretty.
Yeah, they're basic.
It doesn't really feel like you're out in the cabin, like woodlog cabins and stuff like what they did with Fort Wilderness. Yeah. These look like, I don't know.
Anyway, I don't know.
So, with all that being said, super, super excited about Disney. If you're thinking about going on a Disney trip, but you're really nervous about it, or maybe you just want to go with friends, let us know. We are going to be going, like you said, that first week of October. We will be at the Disney parks, and we would love to have you join us. So definitely let us know.
Yeah. Get a hold of Megan. She'll definitely help you out. Get your vacation booked, and we'll see you guys down there.
Yeah.
So.
But now we got to talk about Universal.
Oh, man, we got news for Universal. I'm telling you. There's some Halloween Horror Night stuff coming. I can feel it.
Changing times for sure. Yes, Deb, I know. Before we get into the Halloween Horror Nights, because I want to round out with that, the very first thing, which is ironic that that's the first thing I have written down, Fast and Furious is going to be going down for a temporary closure August 19th through November 3rd.
Well, they can take their time as far as I'm concerned. I'm not right. I'm not a fan of Fast and Furious. It's not a ride of mine. And I do like looking at the cars and stuff that they have pre the ride and after the ride in the gift shop.
It has one of the best queues to go through.
Yeah.
And then the most what did I just ride?
Yeah.
What just happened?
It's weird. It's I don't know.
But anyway, I think that the reason why it's being closed for that amount of time is the past couple of years they've actually taken part of the queue for Fast and Furious, and they have had that for their haunted houses, whether they've had a smaller haunted house or something like that inside of it. So I think this year they are having to take more of it or something. So they just decided, we're just going to close it down and just not have the ride running during HHN. That tends to be the prevailing theory. So I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm not too.
I don't figure any HHN people are like, oh my God, I got to ride Fast and Furious. So
I would, now if it was The Mummy, I would be mad. I would be mad about that because The Mummy is probably one of my top favorite thrill rides at Universal.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Now DreamWorks Land, that opened on June 14th.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, it's cool. I was very pleasantly surprised. You're going to get to meet Shrek and Donkey and sometimes Fiona because they have a whole Shrek swamp there that your kids can play. Fun fact, the frogs that they have, if you jump on the lily pads in the right order, they sing the Budweiser commercial.
Bud.
Nice. Nice. So I thought that was hilarious that they do that. But yeah, so you've got the playground there. They have a farting slide. You go down the slide and it farts on you, which is hilarious. There's just many random things.
That's hilarious. But when I do it, oh, it's terrible.
I said that it farts on you, not that it makes you want to die because of the smell. So anyway, they also have the Trolls coaster, as well as Trolls meet and greet and such. The Trolls coaster basically is just a really pretty slap of paint onto the old Woody Woodpecker coaster.
Yep.
So it's pretty much the same ride that was there before, but it definitely appeals to kids because it's bright and colorful and just a tad insane. So,
yeah.
And then they also have the Kung Fu Panda area. Now, this is the part that I was kind of like, okay, I'm not sure about this, but it's really cool. They do have where you can get sprayed with water, just as a heads up. You can get totally soaked, just as a heads up.
Yeah.
But what's really cool is they actually have this very interactive, like Kung Fu lesson thing that I'm drawing a blank on the panda's name.
Kung Fu Panda?
No, that's not his name. But that he actually teaches you how to be a Kung Fu master. And so you can kind of do different things with him. And it's really, really cool because he interacts directly with you. So I just think that is a really cool thing. And then they have a show with puppetry and really great actors and actresses. And I just think it's a really, really pretty and fun way to kind of celebrate the different DreamWorks lands that they have within this particular part of the park.
Yep. Yeah, I'm excited to see it. Of course, I have to stop at my favorite ride, E.T., and then I'll mosey on back in and go see all that stuff.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Yeah, I want to go meet Donkey.
Donkey!
That'll
do, Donkey. That'll do.
Mm-hmm.
So, the other thing that came out, it's still in technical rehearsal. They haven't given it an official release, like opening date. The Universal Mega Movie Parade.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you guys, like, this is how literal my brain is. I read it the first time and I was like, why are they doing a parade about the movie Megamind? It wasn't all that popular. So you can laugh at me for that one, like my husband is right now.
So
the Universal Mega Movie Parade, they have some of the best floats I have ever seen. They have a giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. They have Bruce from Jaws coming out of the surf and such. They have obviously the Ghostbusters and stuff with the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. But on that, they also have Slimer, and Slimer's trying to eat the hot dog cart on the side. There's just so many different things. So very, very excited and think it's so cool that they're doing that. Cannot wait to see that because I think it'll be a really, really cool parade to be able to see. The other thing that they brought in is Sensational, a symphonic spectacular. Please don't ask me to say that 3 times fast.
Yeah, I don't think you can say it first time fast.
No, I couldn't even say it the first time. So basically, they closed down their in Universal Studios Florida. They closed down their Lagoon show. And they did a whole new networking and revamping and everything. And they came up with this really great new concept of Sensational. And so basically you're seeing projection mapping on the buildings behind. You're seeing drones integrated into it. You have the water projectors going. Everything just, it melds together, is absolutely perfection. And they bring back some of the classics. So my favorite probably is where you get to see Jaws going, Bruce the shark going back and forth with the music going.
That was
really cool. I also really like how they use the drones to be the lightning that sets that hits the clock tower for Back to the Future.
Yep.
That was another one that I thought was amazing. If you guys haven't seen it yet, definitely check out some videos so that you can see it. One of my favorites was watching Jackie from Super Enthused. I thought she did a really great job on that. And I just had a really great time with it. So I thought it was really neat. The other thing that debuted was the Hogwarts Always over at the Hogwarts Castle in Islands of Adventure. And I thought that that was really neat because they haven't had a projection show on it for a while. Yeah. And the coolest thing about it is it's basically a battle of the houses, okay, to see who wins the House Cup. And at the end of each show, somebody else wins. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was so cool. So go Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
Super excited. Now, both of these, the Sensational and the Hogwarts Always, are only going to be running through August 25th. And that is because they're going to hopefully over at Hogwarts. I don't think they've formally announced it, but they should have it. They're doing Halloween overlays, so they're going to kind of bring back the Halloween-esque one that they do with the Death Eaters and such over at Hogwarts Castle. They're doing a new show for HHN over in Universal Studios, so very excited to see those. And then the last thing I want to talk about before we get into HHN is the Pteranodon Flyers are actually currently closed, and we do not have an opening date for them. So I thought that was really interesting that they have been closed, and we don't know what's going on.
Yep.
So.
All right, well, let's get through Halloween Horror Nights because I want to talk about Epic for a few minutes.
Yeah. Okay. So as of right now, they have announced. Okay, sorry, that really messed me up. My hands are backwards. So
I only saw 5 on this one and 9 over there.
Y'all, I need help. All right, so they have announced 9 different Halloween Horror Nights houses. Okay, yes. And they have announced 2. See, that one it doesn't mess me up. They have announced 2 of the 5 scare zones. Okay, so super excited about that. The first one that they announced was A Quiet Place. So this is based off of the IP of A Quiet Place. They just did another movie release, so that one's really exciting. The second one is Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. So that movie that just released this past March, they're doing a scare house on it, and that is super exciting. That would be one I would be interested in doing because I actually really like the Ghostbusters franchise.
Yeah. And I want to watch the movie.
I want to watch the movie too. So then there is Insidious The Further. So this is for the latest movie that they came out in the Insidious franchise. And then they have 6 original houses that they are doing this year. And a lot of times the original houses are the best. So the first one is Monstrous, The Monsters of Latin America. I think that one's going to be really interesting because they just did a Chupacabra house. So I'm like, okay, how much is Chupacabra really going to be a part of the Latin American monster house? You know, hopefully it's not the whole thing. They're also doing Slaughter Cinema 2. That is one that they did a Slaughter Cinema a couple of years ago. They're bringing it back. There is the Museum Deadly Exhibits. Museums tend to be a little bit freaky sometimes, especially depending on what they have on display. So that one might be like a genuine creeper. Just like,
Yeah.
There is Major Sweets Candy Factory. So they did the Major Sweets Scare Zone last year, and people absolutely loved it, and they really enjoyed Major Sweets. And so they're bringing it back as a scare house this year. So that's interesting. And then they are doing Goblin's Feast, which I have no interest in that. That's just, no thank you. And then the Triplets of Terror. And the Triplets of Terror, it reminds me of...
I think I babysitted them once.
Triplets of Terror sometimes were our older 3 boys, let me tell you. So it's a really unique concept and interesting house. So I'm looking forward to kind of seeing a little bit more about it and seeing what people think of it. So it will be interesting. They are bringing back in the Fear Factor stage room area, Nightmare Fuel Nocturnal Circus is going to be this year's twist. So it's going to be a very freaky circus. Circuses can be freaky to start with. So they've got a lot of room to work with on that.
Clowns.
Yeah, no thank you. I don't need the creepy clowns.
No clowns for me.
And then 2 of the 5 scare zones that they've announced. The first one is Torture Fair, as in it's a Renaissance festival gone awry, and you're going to see all these different macabre displays and different things from all these different torture devices from the Renaissance. And so I was super excited about it, except I don't really like gore. So I'm like, I want to go to the Renaissance Festival, but I don't want to be creeped out and all the time because of all the blood and gore. So Grandma not saying anything about the boys. So jury's still out on Torture Fair. We'll see how that one goes. And then Swamp of the Undead is the other one. And speculation is that is going to be over in the Central Park area, just because they've got the overhanging trees and they've already really started doing a lot with the trestles and different things so that they can hang lighting effects and different things within the park over there at Central Park area. Yeah. So I think it's going to be really cool to see what they do with all of that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's wouldn't it be really cool if they had like what was it, the swamp thing or the thing? Yeah, the swamp man, something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but yeah, they had something like that. That would be really cool.
One of the original monsters.
Yep.
So so yeah, that is the fastest HHN that I've ever done, because I wanted you to have an opportunity to really dive into the Epic universe, because it is cool. Okay. And I don't have any notes for it. So
wow. Okay, where do we even begin? The two new hotels that are actually on the outside of Epic Universe, which they're going to start taking bookings for early 2025.
Yes.
I've already heard that one. Yes. The outside of it is supposed to replicate like
the swamp thing, is what your dad said.
The swamp thing. Okay, the swamp thing. All right. But the outside of the hotels are supposed to replicate like a like stars in the sky and stuff like that on some of them, and it's just so beautiful. And I can't wait to actually go stay in one of those. So I haven't seen any of the artist renderings or anything of what the inside looks like and everything, but they look really beautiful. Now, going inside the park, certain things we have seen. Celestial Park, yes.
That's the first part that you're going to walk into.
Yeah. So going into these parks, seeing the artist concepts of what they're supposed to look like, and some of the aerial shots that we're seeing from some of the people that are taking helicopter tours and they're taking photos of it and everything. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot really wait. Cool. Like the Celestial Park. Okay. That in itself is just screams beautiful. Mm-hmm. I mean, the pond, the whole park and stuff around it, the great big carousel they're going to have there. Mm-hmm. I can't wait to take it.
Which has all the different zodiacs and stuff that you can ride on instead. Yeah. So I think that's really a cool concept.
Yeah.
I also really like the restaurant that they're going to have there. It's Coral Reef Restaurant at Epcot on steroids, basically, because you are inside the restaurant and you're looking out like everything, because everything's glass, and it looks like you can see out through the glass, but between the in that glass is an aquarium.
Yeah.
At the same time. Yep. So it's like mind-boggling how they're going to do this.
Yeah.
So very excited about that.
That's definitely a restaurant we'll definitely be eating at.
Yes.
And then, of course, the Ministry of Magic.
That's going to be very cool. I'm looking forward to that.
I am so excited now. I've actually seen aerial footage of the Ministry of Magic, and let me tell you what, it literally looks like they picked part of London up and just put it right in Central Florida.
Yes.
Cannot believe it.
And the really cool thing about it is they're going to be bringing elements from the Fantastic Beasts franchise into the Ministry of Magic section here in Epic Universe. I'm 100% with everybody else. I wasn't a big fan of the storyline of Fantastic Beasts, but you cannot argue with how beautiful and cinematically amazing it was. So I'm really excited to see like the Nifflers and different creatures and stuff that were introduced from Fantastic Beasts, and having it put into the Ministry of Magic here in Epic Universe.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
And the rides.
The
new rides. Wow. Like I've heard, I haven't seen them obviously, but what they're talking about creating and doing. Jeez, man, I cannot wait to do this stuff. Now, one of my favorite worlds is going to be Super Mario World.
Oh, yes.
That is going to be so much fun.
And
so
it's actually
much interaction.
Super Nintendo World.
Super Nintendo World. I'm sorry. It's always Super Mario to me.
Because they're bringing the Donkey Kong franchise into it too. And it's actually really cool because if you watch the videos of like them kind of bringing you through different things, you go through one portal to get into Super Mario World. And then you go through another portal to get into Donkey Kong's lands. And I'm just like, this is so cool.
Yeah.
So very excited.
Some of the rides and stuff that they're going to have there, where Donkey Kong's actually throwing barrels at you.
Yeah.
And there's a one point where literally it looks like the ride ramps.
Yep.
Off the
tracks.
That's
the one coaster. Yeah.
It doesn't, but it sure looks like it. And the way they've done it and the way they've showed us on television and stuff, how they've done it, it is just so cool to be able to see that.
Yes.
And I am so stoked about getting on that ride too myself.
Yes.
And I know Nick is going to have a blast with it too.
Yes, he has no fears. So
No.
He is going to have so much fun. They're also doing Dark Universe. So original monsters are going to be there. And it has a really cool storyline to it. So Victoria Frankenstein, which is like the great-great-granddaughter of Victor Frankenstein, is trying to continue her great-great-grandfather's work and trying to show, oh no, like these monsters aren't dangerous. I can control them. And of course she can't. So you have to escape them. And then you go out and they're within the Dark Universe area. And there's 2 different eateries that you can eat at. One of which is owned by vampire familiars. And so just make sure you don't go into the catacombs because you might become a meal yourself. And then the other one is with the vampire hunters is where they are. And they are trying to get information out of you so that they can go and they can kill the vampires and you get to eat there. And every once in a while, because it's set inside of an old windmill, that windmill catches fire.
Yep.
I don't know how they're going to do it, but I can't wait to check it out. I think it's going to be so cool.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things that's going on at Epic Universe that we're very excited about. I am just excited to see the shows and the different things that they're going to do, the nightly shows that they're going to do. Guys, there's so much going on in Universal right now and at Disney also right now. That is just so exciting.
They're competing big time right now with each other.
They are.
We are going to be the ones that are going to benefit from it.
Yep. Yeah. And I'm telling you right now, I hate to say this, but Universal is beating Disney.
Universal's. Yeah.
They're pounding Disney right now very, very hard. Yep. And Disney's going to have to step up to the game, baby. Yep. I'm telling you.
Because
Universal's going to pass them. So, but anyway, that's a lot of stuff that we've covered literally in just about an hour now.
Yep.
So, but real quick, I wanted to say welcome to the 609 subscribers that we have on YouTube. Thank you to all the brand new subscribers that have just joined us. We love that all of you guys are trusting us and you're going along with us on this wonderful Plum Crazy adventure. And we just want to say welcome to the family.
Yes. Yes. And we're so glad to have you with us. And if you haven't done so already, make sure that you're following us on Facebook and our Instagram page so that you can see us update things in real time. I'm actually going away on a work trip this week, so I'm going to be able to get to meet with a lot of my suppliers. I'm so excited. I get to have one-on-one session with my Disney rep. I'm going to be talking to my brand new Universal rep. God help this poor woman. It's a lot to take over, and we're a bit of a boisterous group. I'm so excited to be going and hanging out with travel agent friends and learning more things. And so I'm just super, super excited to be given the opportunity to be able to learn more and be able to bring that with you guys.
Yep.
So, and next week, I'm going to have so much more that I want to talk to you guys about, both from what I've learned. And then, you know, anytime we do these lives, the very next day, some huge announcement is made. So very interested to see what's going to happen with that.
So let's see what happens in the travel industry.
Yes. And make it good, not this
yeah.
stupid CrowdStrike stuff. You wouldn't believe the amount of issues that we've had with that. And friends of mine have had with that are trying to fly in for this event that I'm going to. Thankfully, I had already planned to drive because,
Brunswick, Ohio.
So very, very excited.
Yep. Well, anyway, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up for tonight. Thanks for jumping on, everybody that jumped on and joined us tonight. Thank you for everybody.
Thank you, Ricky. You're awesome, and I really appreciate your support.
Thank you for everybody that's actually watching it after we've had the live on. So we do appreciate that. And thank you, everybody who stuck around and hung out with us all the way to the end of this video.
Thank you for dealing with our crazy.
Yeah, definitely. So we really enjoy you guys joining us. Sorry it's been so long, but life has just been really hectic around here. We've been trying to get a lot of things accomplished and taken care of, and we're finally back. So
I think we are.
So it's good to be back on air again. But anyway, guys, we're going to get out of here. So we're going to see you guys next week, same time, same station, right here, 7:30 now.
Yeah, we're going to try the 7:30 and see how that goes for us.
Yep.
And hopefully in the future, there'll be a little bit more like 30-minute segments. But like I said, we had so much to talk about.
Yeah.
So
we're going to get out of here, guys. And as always, are you guys ready for your next Plum Crazy adventure?
Because we're ready to get you there.
See you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.